But now we got old creaky wood floors. It'd be great for Halloween.
Greetings from Fairfield. We are Richard and Kendra, and we are restoring this cool old Victorian house. We found this old Queen Anne for sale on the internet and decided to buy it. So we moved from the West Coast to the cornfields of Iowa. So join us as we explore and restore this 1896 Victorian mansion.
Hey, greetings from Fairfield. Welcome back to our channel. And today we're going to be working in the parlor. So starting here, in preparation for the new mantle we're fixing to bring back here in a couple of weeks, we started stripping the wallpaper and addressing this hole in the wall, which we're going to talk about in a minute. And we're going to pull up this carpet. This room has seen the least number of changes and the most changes in all four rooms of the downstairs. What I mean by that is this is we'll talk about this. This was sealed up in 1925, and then a previous owner who had the house for 6 months knocked a hole in the wall. This is what it looked like when we moved in. Next, the carpet, it's about 20 years old, put in the mid-2000s. Got this weird buckle going on here, which has been here since we moved in. And it's stained and it's like 20 years old. We're going to be pulling this out, and we're hoping to find more evidence of the hearth in the house. How big it was. We have a pretty good idea that the mantle in here was pretty big after we got all this stripped off. And so we're hoping to find some evidence of what they did for the hearth here. But when the house, this is the only room in which the floor, as far as we know, is gone undisturbed and unchanged since it was built in 1896. So that'll be real interesting to see when we get this up, what it looked like back then. We know this much because when this carpet was put in, they pulled out carpet that was put in 1964. So we had some green wall-to-wall carpet, avocado green wall-to-wall carpet in here from 1964 to 2002. In all the other rooms in the house, except for this one, there was black and white marble floor put in, for some reason, in 2002 by the same guy that put the hole in the wall. It looked weird, and it was the first thing the next owners ripped out when they moved in because it just did not look right in this house. It was just bizarre. So the one thing that he did, besides knock the hole in the wall and put the black and white marble floor in, was the first thing that the next owners ripped out, but the hole has remained since 2002. All right, so before we start rolling this back, we need to get rid of all this stuff because it's in the way. well, halfway. A little disappointing because, well, two things. We know that the buckle was where the carpet seamed together. So that was that problem. Got some funkiness going on here.
Yeah, sure would. Come on.
Weird patch in the floor.
Yep.
Old stained wood floors. I think they refer to this as hard pine, maybe. Seemed like I've seen it's seen better days. Another patch over here with another stain here. Somebody went hog wild with the saw over there. But something I fully expected to see is the patch for where the hearth was. That was fully expected. And you can see that wood don't match, at least. And the nails are all different. Those are different. Originally, they were small finished, almost square head nails. I'm sure this area was drier. You can see where that was patched in. So that hearth came out to at least this far, which is pretty much to the edge of where that fireplace was. So it went the full distance. All those nails, you can see that. See, it's better here. Another stain there. Underneath this is the boiler room. It's a lot nicer here, but that's how much tile we'll need. But I don't think we'll have to go down to the basement and see what's up there. we now see where the hearth was. You up here? Get up here. So we patched in, well, whoever, 1920s, removed the hearth, but we see how big it was. It was the entire width of the fireplace here.
Yep.
But they removed the whole thing, and this wood looks old. It's a pretty good match to this. It's hollow underneath. So they removed everything under here. There ain't nothing there. Because that's solid, and that's hollow. We might pull these boards up and reset something in there so when we do our new tile work for the fireplace, we can re-salvage these guys and fix these other goofy things. We have a patch. This was not from damage because of the way they cut this out of this board. This was, I don't know, maybe a air return vent or something, because they had to cut these pieces in, and it goes all the way through the subfloor. So the entire subfloor down into the basement. This is over the boiler room. That's completely cut away. And then we got another one, and the floor joists are right here on each side, like in perfect alignment of where this is. And the floor joists don't look damaged or cut into or anything. So again, that wasn't from damage. There was something there. We got another one on the other side of the same set of floor joists on each side here, and that does the same thing. Only difference here is there's limestone underneath this, but it cuts all the way through the subfloor. But there's room underneath that. So why they didn't put the HVAC vent here, beyond me, instead of tearing that up, because you had plenty of room here. Another small patch over here. I haven't looked at this one yet from under the basement, but I'm guessing maybe an old electric floor. Now, the other weird thing about this one, or call it a coincidence, I'd have to go down and measure, but it might be the same size as the one in the foyer where the old legend has it that he would pull back a rug and drop money down to the safe. But the safe room is next door under the foyer. But these holes are almost the same size.
Maybe he had too many drops.
Maybe there were too many drops. All right, well, that was a little anticlimactic. Turns out our floors are a little more country crock than parquet.
Butter.
And they are basically tongue and groove pine. And so looks like we got another project on our hands. We're going to try some wood bleach on the wood. See if we can get rid of those stains, or at least minimize them. We'll coat it with some water locks and pull up the boards on the hearth. We can use these to patch in some of the other areas, maybe fix those, maybe find some old Victorian grates. One of the pieces got a little tore up, so it's rough on the bottom, so I can't just flip these boards over. But, well, we can grind this up and make some filler, make some custom wood filler for some of our holes. So we'll pull up the rest of these. Maybe we'll find some evidence of what color the tiles were or something underneath that. That would be pretty exciting. But we have some very exciting news coming up in our next episode of some history, how you can find history on your house. So definitely stick around for that. And so, at least for now, our floors are a little more 1890 versus 1980. So I'm going to call that a win.